Today I watched the penultimate film in my Christopher Nolan filmography journey, and that is Tenet. This film was a bit hard to get into, and I will explain why. But I do want to start off with some positives at least. The first positive I will say is the film has great action scenes. Two examples that come to mind are the beginning, which literally starts off with a bang, and the practical effects as well as the fighting taking place, really well done. The other example is the fighting and action that takes place in the auction warehouse. And what I really enjoyed, not only the fact that it had great fighting scenes, you also see it twice from two different perspectives. So it was really enjoyable. Another aspect that I really enjoyed is the score and music throughout the film, which really sets up the tone for each scene. That obviously you hear the score and the music, and then another thing, aside from the cinematography, because obviously Christopher Nolan, as I've mentioned in all of my other reviews, he knows how to set up those shots and use absolutely beautiful locations. The setting that he used, or the location that he used in Italy, was breathtaking. If I'm not mistaken, it was in Positano, but that's just my assumption. But the thing that I do want to point out is my absolute love for Nolan using practical effects. The one scene that I'm thinking of that he used practical effects, and I actually researched a little bit about it, he used practical effects instead of relying on digital rendering, because it's more expensive to do or rely on digital rendering. So this genius purchased a plane, had that plane crash into a building so that he can give us the amazing shot that he did in this film. Where my negatives will come in, and where I sort of didn't enjoy it. First, I think the film had an incredible concept and premise. I think the whole aspect of time travel and inversion, so things happening in reverse, was really cool. However, I don't think that they nailed it. I also don't think that they nailed it with all of the casting. John David Washington did an okay job. However, I don't think that the role was good for him. I would say also some of the other cast members didn't fit well. The only two cast members I would say that I enjoyed were, of course, the legendary Michael Caine, who is a staple in Christopher Nolan's films, and the second one was Kenneth Branagh. Kenneth Branagh really did a great job as the antagonist, as the villain of this film. He was believable. He did a great job in coming off as a person you would dislike, but because you know he is such a great actor, you can't do anything but love his performance, I would say. As far as this film goes, I kind of have to say it's possibly my least favorite Christopher Nolan film. And I know a lot of people were excited for me to watch this film, and I know also people were like, yeah, you're probably not going to like this film. So it kind of is unfortunate that I did not like this film. I really wanted to like it, especially because of, like I said before, the concept and premise of the film. But sadly, yeah, it's my least favorite, and probably I think I'm going to end up ranking it last in the Christopher Nolan film ranking. Sorry. With that being said, you guys, leave your thoughts on this film. Where do you land on it? Do you enjoy it or do you not enjoy it? Leave those thoughts in the comments.